Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
180! Scott Willaims, congratulations. A hard-fought victory over Jan van Veen. You were 4-2 up and looking good, and then made hard work of it in a last leg decider.
Yeah, I mean, the 150 would have been nice if that had gone. But, I mean, if you know darts, you're not stupid to see what Gian's been doing all year, last 2 years. I was part of the thing with Gian when he was coming up. Me and him were at the Super Series together and playing that. So I'm so happy to get the win, especially on TV as well. That's nice for me. So yeah, I'm obviously pleased to get the win.
Was this a much needed win as well? Because it's been a fairly difficult year for yourself after the World Championships.
Yeah, the thing is though, like, difficult-wise, is actually my year this year has been better than last year on the floor. More Euro tours, more ranking money and stuff like that, but. Yeah, not enough TV exposure and stuff like that. I didn't. Obviously, we all need to win, but yeah, I'm happy to get the win, and whether I needed to or not, it happened. So I'm here tomorrow again, so I don't have to go home.
What's it been like since last January? Because look, we haven't seen a lot of you to speak to, because obviously, like you say, you've not had the exposure on these tier events. Has it been frustrating not to get to them?
Yeah. The thing is, you guys know, especially anyone in darts who is plays on the circuit or has been on the circuit knows how hard the floor stuff is. The TV stuff's so good to get into because you can just prepare for the one game on the one day. Obviously until the last day, but then by the last day, like, you've earned the money, so you're happy. Whereas the floor events, you kind of got to prepare yourself for 5, 6, 7, potentially 7, 8 games a day. So it's mentally more challenging. But I clearly prepared well, and the change of equipment and stuff that I've been using is clearly going all right.
Look, we know you are a tinkerer, and that change of equipment, is that when results aren't going the way you particularly want them, is that when you start thinking, if I change this, I change that?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, sometimes you got to bear with it, but most of the time you can. I know my own darts. I know what I'm doing. I know if I change the point to make it slightly smaller, I know what it's going to do. I know if I change the fly, I know what it's going to do. I've actually changed my darts. I've changed everything. So it doesn't seem to be going too bad. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow. It's another tough one tomorrow. So. And
one eye on Alexandra Palace going back there after last year?
No, completely different year, completely different. As cliche, and I'm not going to be stubborn or anything. Like, genuinely, I absolutely loved last year. Last year was unbelievable. But this year is a completely different year. I'll go on to it a completely different, same mindset, but the draw's going to be different. I'm going to be playing different people. I could be playing people in better form. So I'm just looking forward to seeing the draw Monday, and then and going from there and preparing from there.
Scott, thanks very much, buddy.
Scott, just on that equipment change, at what point do you decide that you need to change something in your game or in your setup?
You know when you throw. You try and throw the same. Obviously, it's all muscle memory and all that. You try your hardest to throw the same every time, and if you're throwing the same as you have been and you can feel it, and it's not going where you want it to, that's when you know that something's not right in the equipment you're using. I'm still using my own stuff, and I'm still using my manufactured stuff, Target. But I've just been messing about with little bits and bobs, and it seems to be working.
What was the mindset after that World Championship run? Because I know that there are some people who, after that run, they might think, right, go kick on now, and maybe neglect the floor. But from what you've said, that wasn't your mindset.
Yeah.
You were really
the floor stuff. Actually, I started off the year really, really well. I think I made a quarter final on the floor. I would have liked the UK Open to be a little bit better, but that's tough. I've never played on the outside board. That was my first UK Open that I haven't I've been seeded for. So it's tough. Just try and get into it, but the floor stuff, like I said to Phil, is completely different to the TV stuff. Everything just feels different, so you got to go into it the same mentality, but you have to make that little bit more effort on the floor, because there's 127 other players that are more than capable of beating you. And Luke Humphries and Luke Littler and Michael Van Gerwen, they'll all think the same. You've seen Luke Humphries banging a 79 average this year. Anyone can do it. He's the best of the best. He's the best of all of us. So you've got to take your opportunities when you can.
And what's it like first up on a big TV major? Because it just seemed like you, and to be fair, Gian as well, both settled, hitting everything, hitting all the finishes. You said that you were gutted that 150 that didn't go as well.
Yeah, we've both been in nice and early. We've been practicing loads. Me and Martin Schindler have been practicing today, so I do like the Germans. But it's helped a lot having, if you've got people around you that you can practice with, especially when you're here, it makes a massive difference. So, and I was first on last year on the main stage against Ross Smith, and it didn't go quite to plan. So I was happy just to rectify what I did last year, and we kick on again, ready for tomorrow.
Cheers, Scott. Well done, Wayne.
Thank you very much.
Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.